Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily Dvar, and here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Sunday the 27th day of October. Here we go. You know, we are about a week away, at least here where I'm recording this from switching over the clock in about a week's time, and that's going to make for, you know, those Friday afternoons when Shabbos starts real early, like maybe 4:30 in the afternoon or something like that. And what unfortunately often comes with that is those desperately emergency-ish phone calls when people say, oh my gosh, we left on our trip and there was tons of traffic and we're on our way to an NCSY event or Shabbos or something or other and we're stuck in traffic. What should we do? There's 4 minutes to Shabbos. So, wow, there's so many things that probably the most important thing that I should say to that situation is, all poskim say this, is you have to plan ahead. If you know that it's an hour and a half to Shabbos and you're making a trip that takes an hour and a quarter, well, that's not right. You should not be doing that because we all know that a trip that's supposed to take an hour and a quarter can often take 2 hours if you get stuck behind traffic or if there's a flat tire or something. So you're not allowed to plan your Shabbos trip such that there's only like small amount of time for you to get there. And I don't mean like, so if your trip takes an hour, just leave an hour and a half before Shabbos. That's too tight also. You should leave hours in spare available because you know if you leave with less than a few hours to spare for your trip on Erev Shabbos, you're flirting with disaster. And you could end up on the road and it could lead to a terrible, terrible problem. If these kinds of things ever happen to you, make the phone call to the rabbi early, because with only a minute and a half to go, it's hard to, talk about all the different scenarios that are necessary to be spoken about. So if you see it coming, please make the call early to a rabbi. Cute little hint for you is if it's so close to Shabbos and you got, again, shouldn't have happened, but if it does happen, try to call someone that's in a different, like a rabbi on the West Coast. If you're on the East Coast, call the West Coast, and that way the rabbi at least has more time to talk to you, and he didn't leave to shul yet. That's just a practical solution. And sometimes, if it is a dangerous situation, like if you had to pull over in the middle of that bad neighborhood where, because the sun's going down, and it would be dangerous for you to stay there the whole Shabbos, then you might, but you'd better speak to a rabbi. You might have reason to consider to jump in a cab, have a non-Jew do the driving for you, and you just get out of the cab when you get to your safe Jewish location. But please, please, please never plan to use these scenarios. They're not proper. Just telling you some of the things that you should think about if, God forbid, you're ever stuck in this jam, because short Friday afternoons are soon around the corner for us and you have to plan ahead. Thanks for logging on. Log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.